so we're dealing with a Nick Foles injury, hip injury after that last game. You hear Matt Nagy say right there, he's got all the confidence in the world. Rex, you look like you're going to explode. Just go.
Oh, my goodness. It is so funny. He's trying to sell that. I mean, sell that to somebody else, man. There's no way we're buying it. I mean, look, he shouldn't have benched Trubisky when he did. 2 months ago, I told you exactly what was going to happen. And it's nothing against Nick Foles. I like him. I think he's a great backup, but he's not a starting quarterback. And I also mentioned that he doesn't have the durability of a starting quarterback, and they're eventually going to have to go back to Trubisky, and this is what we're seeing. But that offensive line is so pathetic. I mean, it doesn't matter who you got back there, Jim McMahon or whoever. They can't run the football. And it just, to me, you know, but this thing is so phony right there when he came back. He should have just said, look, I got to play Mitchell Trubisky again.
Say
like,
that.
just say that. Who cares? It'll fly better in Chicago than this.
You know, when I look at this Bears team, it's like they're missing something. And when I look on the defensive side, the defense is missing something from the offense, and that's the offense to be able to extend the plays. Nick Foles, Rex, I should have listened to you, and I didn't want to listen to you because I thought Nick Foles was the Super Bowl winning quarterback. But athletically, I think Mitchell Trubisky is a better fit at the quarterback position. There's been times that I've seen Nick Foles at the quarterback position outside of the pocket, wasn't able to steal yards. So I think athletically, Mitchell Trubisky gives them what they need at the quarterback position to be able to extend plays and run for that first down.
Well, they're asking Nick Foles to do everything. I mean, the reason he was a Super Bowl winning quarterback is because he had a team around it and a solid offensive line in front of him. You can't expect Nick Foles to carry that type of mail like an Aaron Rodgers does, like very few quarterbacks can do. No matter who you have around me, he's going to be successful. Nick Foles can play winning football. I think he can play winning football, but you need an offensive line, and this is the worst in the game. They can't run the football. The offense rarely uses pre-snap motion. Me as a defender, you don't have pre-snap motion. I can just dig my heels in, anticipate what's coming, and give you the best shot that I got in terms of pass rush or coverage or man-to-man, any of that. None of that has been seen in Chicago. I tell you, if there's one thing, if I'm the Green Bay Packer defenders, you got to look out for, I'd say this for the Chicago Bear offense, is Cordero Patterson. This guy does everything in terms of a gadget guy. He'll play tailback. They can do everything. That's the only way it's like they've been able to manufacture offense. And with Trubisky, that's what it has to be. Is he more athletic? Absolutely. But this is a team that I don't think even Trubisky can succeed with.
Yeah, there's no doubt if your O-line can't protect your quarterback, you're better going with Mitchell Trubisky because at least you know he can run for his life. Today, though, we don't know what we're going to expect from this Packers defense. Look, Matt, let's bring you in here because I think the Packers are one of those teams similar to the Bucs at times where they have moments where you're thinking, this is the year for these guys, and then moments where you question that. How legit are the Packers as you see them right now?
Yeah, I think this game has nothing to do with the Chicago Bears, and it's all about the Green Bay Packers. They're a team that is just supremely talented. Their quarterback is playing maybe the best football of his career, and he's had a great career. And I just think we sleep on these guys a little bit because we've seen them lay eggs. We saw them lay an egg against Indianapolis. We saw them lay an egg against Tampa. It's hard to forget how they looked last year in the playoffs against the San Francisco 49ers. However, with all that being said, this is a team with an identity, with a leader, and with an offense that you cannot stop. You know it's coming. You still can't stop it. Aaron Rodgers, he's playing great. Why? Because he fits into that offense. The pass block win rate of that offensive line is off the charts. And then even when you know Davante Adams is the #1 thing you have to stop, he still finds ways to average over 100 yards a game. This is the best duo in the game with Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. And there's an argument to be made that Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in the game. And all of that, and we haven't even mentioned Aaron Jones, the running back, who, as we know, can be lethal as a runner and as a pass receiver.
Yeah, Matt, so they've got a 3-game lead right now in the NFC North with 5 games left. Do you think this is a Super Bowl team for Aaron Rodgers this year?
I think there's an argument to be made that this is the best team in the NFC right now. And I understand why people would have a hard time with that because you're remembering how they played against the Colts, how they played against Tampa. But take Aaron Rodgers up against all the top quarterbacks in the NFC right now, and who would you rather have in that championship game? It's guys like Goff. It's guys like either Taysom or Breeze, and maybe Russell Wilson or Brady. And quite honestly, those guys are good players. I think Aaron Rodgers is right with them. The kind of year that he's had so far, you could make an argument that Aaron Rodgers will be the favorite.
Yeah, Matt brings up some great points, but his focus is solely on their offense. On the defensive side, look, I hate their play at inside linebacker and dime back or whatever.
They're really
that
young
play,
there. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and they just, for some reason, man, that's their Achilles heel on defense. And I think when I think about them, I see teams running the football and I against them in those moments. They get to the playoffs. I just don't know if they can hold up physically, especially at that inside linebacker spot or that dime linebacker spot. And that's why I don't take them seriously as a Super Bowl team. And quite honestly, Brew,
yeah.
I'm not cheering for this team to go to the Super Bowl because how they handled the draft. And so maybe
That's
I'm looking
okay.
at
We
it
going
that
back
way.
to that now.
I
Okay.
hate that.
Right,
I
holds
hate
grudges.
that.
Let me go back to your defensive point because I think it's just underestimated how valuable Blake Martinez was to this interior, that linebacker position last year. He, of course, now is doing great things with the New York Giants, but Christian Kirksey had been hurt earlier in the year. Now, that's a veteran presence. He had like 11 tackles and an interception last week, but like rookies like Kamal Martin, these young guys that don't know how to play, to have one veteran in there that can really align you and help you out. Hopefully Kirksey can be that guy and get that defense playing well. But Matt's right, definitely. I think the Packers are one of the teams that can compete in the NFC.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.